Rockeyez would like to welcome Monroe Black, Salems Lott. Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good, good. Tell me what all the fuss is about Salems Lott out in L.A. All I see is, like, advertisements and a lot of ecstatic fans saying, yeah, you're bringing back the good old days of rock and roll. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, people are taking to it, that's for sure. I mean, I guess we're the most interesting thing to come out of here for quite some time. I mean, obviously the band is visually charged. That's pretty obvious. And as well, our music is off the beaten path too.
Right.
People really don't know what to expect when they see us. It's more like we get like two types of reactions usually when we play live. One, people's mouths are wide open and they're just in shock of what they're seeing. So it's kind of hard for them to absorb. And two, they're going nuts.
Right.
So, I mean, it's either end of the spectrum.
Right, right. Now, like we hear very little music on the East Coast about Salems Lott, but I mean,
right.
Like the pictures and stuff like that. People are just like taken to it because, like people say, I don't want a band to come out with like a T-shirt and dungarees, and you are given the full package, including stage props and stuff like that, which I'm a big fan of because I love Kiss, Alice Cooper, Bowie, and all that type of stuff. So, like, people
absolutely.
are drawn to that, and where'd all these props and stuff derive from?
Well, I mean, simply put, we wear our influences on our sleeve. We're not really hiding it. I mean, we're heavily influenced from those, like you said, those theatrical bands such as Kiss, Alice Cooper, Wasp, Early Crew, all those guys. The whole idea of the band and the concept was basically to form a band of players that, one, could play their instruments at very high levels and have an understanding of, chordal structures, ideas, musical ideas, and keys and all that, as well as combining aspect and the show and performance aspect, which I think a lot of bands are missing nowadays.
Right.
And of course the music is important. Definitely, that's the number one priority. The rest, I call it just icing on the cake. A lot of bands today, like you said, especially in LA, I mean, you got a lot of these T-shirt and jeans kind of guys, which is cool. I mean, it's fine. But at the same time, we like to do the opposite end of the spectrum, go in the opposite direction, and give people the whole, like I said, performance aspect. You're on the stage, so be professional. Present yourself in a professional manner. Use the stage.
Right. Now, a lot of people are saying, you look like X-Japan, you look like EZO. I don't really, I mean, a little bit of the image, but I feel that, Salems Lott has their own image. I think it's, excellent. Like in my case, I love it. But, how long does it take to, put everything on?
We need, a good, I guess, 3 to 4 hours for all of us to get ready.
Right. Yeah.
It takes some time and effort, that's for sure.
Wow.
In regards to the influences of X-Japan and EZO, we're definitely, we love a lot of even the Japanese metal bands as well. But we also derive our own image. I wouldn't say we look exactly like them by any means. Maybe we definitely borrow some aspects. Right. But we're definitely doing our own thing as well.
Right, right. Now, you played the Whiskey A Go-Go, House of Blues, and stuff like that. Like, Whiskey A Go-Go is legendary for them glam bands back in the 80s and stuff like that. When you step on that stage, does anything in history go through your mind?
I will say one thing. We were pretty nervous. Definitely. Van Halen was there, and the Crew, and all those guys, even the Doors and stuff, they even got, everybody got kind of their start there. Right. It's historical. The fact that you're getting on that stage where all these big acts came from it's a privilege, and it's very humbling, and it's also extremely exciting. Right.
Wow. Wow. You got to open up also for Loudness. When them guys saw you, I can imagine what went through their mind,
Yeah, unfortunately, that one fell. Actually, that one we were supposed to play with them like 2 days ago, but that fell through. They canceled their North American tour.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
So yeah, they I don't know whatever happened, but it was going to be an interesting show to say the least. It would have been quite fun.
Right.
Unfortunately, never went through.
At least you got to open for Steel Panther. That must have been
Yeah,
a
we
lot
bounced
of fun.
back.
You know? That had,
Yeah.
You know? Well,
that was a fun show. A lot of people, like I said, those two reactions, mouths open or, going nuts.
Cool. Now,
it was quite interesting.
Great. Now, you do a Kiss cover tune, Black Diamond, and Ex-Japan Orgasm. What's the fans' reaction when you start Black Diamond and stuff like that from Kiss?
I guess they're surprised, I suppose. I was kind of, I would think, people wouldn't be that surprised because, we're theatrical and like I said, we wear influences on our sleeves, but I guess they dug it. We get a lot of kudos from it, especially. People were really loving it. And Kiss, especially on that song, there's a lot of great vocal harmonies and stuff, which we really focused on nailing.
Right.
And same with the Ex-Japan. Now, Ex-Japan is a different story. A lot of people here, they're well known, but also they're still not as well known as, let's say, Motley Crue, Van Halen, Kiss, all those guys.
Right.
So when you play them, you grab these select few people, they're shocked. I remember playing at the Whiskey, and we covered them.
Right.
And there's this, a couple guys up front, they just went ballistic. They started headbanging, and like, oh my God, Ex-Japan, and they're just, going nuts.
Cool. Now, you also do your own tunes, your originals. I listened to one this morning, No Choice to Love, which is enjoyable. I only got to hear a demo song, but I know you have a couple already done. Can you tell me anything about them songs?
Yeah, like you said, we have a couple of them going through, finishing up the record. The songs they're basically observations on social modern conduct, I guess you can say. And there's just a mix of that, personal experiences, frustrations,
right,
things I've observed, things even the band have observed. Jet and I do most of the, if not all the writing as of now, because a lot of these songs are written a while back.
Right. Wow.
And so, there's, like I said, just basically things we've witnessed through our lives. We put on paper.
Cool. Now, what's the feeling like? I don't. When did the band start? And it's been a while. I've been seeing the pictures and stuff like that. But really, people want the material. They want to hear what you guys really sound like. Not live, but studio. And when's that going to come?
Well, soon. Very soon, to say the least. I'm hoping before the summer. I guess you can say quite the perfectionist, and I'm quite neurotic, so I like to make sure everything's done well. And I want to put out a quality product as opposed to just getting something out quickly just for the sake to appease people.
Right.
Now, like I said, I care about the stuff I put out, and I think people appreciate that and appreciate the quality we put out and the record we put out because we're taking our time with it, and we're not going to put anything out that doesn't sound good.
Right.
So definitely soon. I'm hoping before the summer.
Cool. Now, give me your little perception of each member of the band. What's your feelings towards them, and you have any good words to say about them. Let's start with Jet.
Oh, Jet. Well, him and I pretty much, I guess, since they grew up together our whole lives. He's definitely, we see eye to eye.
Uh-huh.
We do a lot of, everything band-related, business-related, regards to the band, music-related. Him and I are always, working together. And we just pretty much, give each other ideas. And we're very, what's the word I'm looking for? We're very truthful.
Right.
And straightforward and to the point to each other. So we're always bouncing ideas off one another. And I just work really well with him. I've always have. Because we're on the same page at all times, and he has the same sort of mentality as I do. Very straightforward, perfectionist, and,
right.
No BS.
Cool. Is he your brother or anything?
Like I said, we've been raised almost our whole lives together.
I got you on that. Okay, let's move on to Kay. Go ahead.
Kay, I found him through a recommendation through the Musicians Institute here in Hollywood. He's a great player, great guitarist as well as a great bassist, and the guy's very adaptive. And as we were shocked to find somebody that was pretty much on the same page as us, influence-wise, music-wise, like, and willing to do all the crazy shit we want to do.
Right.
Because I mean, contrary to what most people think, it's very difficult to find members that, you know, like I said before, can play their instruments at a high level and as well like everything we like and do what we want to do and commit to a project. I think a lot of people here in LA are very flaky, I guess you can say.
Right.
They talk about wanting to make it, but I don't know if they're really committed into doing it, and they don't realize the amount of work that goes into a band. It's like pretty much starting a new business.
Right.
So we were very lucky in that regards to find Kay.
Cool. Now, how about Tony? I mean, he came from a different kind of background, and you know, is a good friend of mine. Can you tell me anything about Tony?
Absolutely, yeah. I can tell you a lot of things. No, definitely pretty much the guy off the beaten path, that's for sure. But he's definitely one, I call him the octopus.
Uh-huh. Cool.
He's a great drummer, and the way I found him was kind of funny because I put out an ad everywhere, you know, online, on billboards, everywhere, anything I can find, finding a drummer that could pretty much play. I mean, a lot of people, I was looking for specifically like a heavy metal drummer or a technical drummer, and not so much I guess you can say a glam drummer, because I had a certain vision in mind, something more intense to fit the music and the songwriting. And I put these odd influences on the ads that only people who really knew the music would know it. And lo and behold, Tony contacted me.
Wow.
And I was naming off these influences like Icon and Seduce, and I even threw in like Sammy Kerr or something, and I think he mentioned that, and I was like, wow, this guy knows his stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
So I met with him, and I was like, this is perfect. And I needed somebody who really, you know, loves this music and has a passion for it, and he definitely does.
Cool. Now, 2014 is here. What is the future plans for the band?
Well, I'm going to be straightforward with you. Our plan is pretty much, you got 4 very hungry, very angry individuals who really just want to dominate the world. Like Kiss said, 30 years prior, and that's our end goal. Right. I mean, we want to get this record out. We have a lot of things coming up. Get our stuff together, merch, records, music videos, all that stuff, and get it out there and start performing as much as possible.
Right.
We just really want to dominate. I mean, I think now is the best time to do it. It's either now or never.
Cool. You think you'll be coming to the East Coast at all?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely got to hook up, and I got to see your show, and you know, it excites me to see a band like Salems Lott actually, you know, making way to the music scene, and it's enjoyable, and it's great eye candy for everybody, actually, you know, to see this band, and you know, I wish Salems Lott the best, and you know, hopefully we'll get to see you live in the future. You have anything to say to the fans out there right now?
Yeah, I just want to say, you know what, if there's new bands that you dig, and if you dig us, and when our music comes out, you know, support those bands. I mean, it's really up to the fans. I have to take it that one step further. It's as simple as clicking a button online on Facebook, pressing share, pressing a like button, and, you know, outlets like yourself, like Rockeyez and stuff, you guys are a great help as well, and I really appreciate you taking the time to interview me.
No problem. Thanks a lot. Wish you the best.
Thank you. Hey, all the best.
Bye-bye.
There we go.